love and romance for this week. Okay, so we have purification, water, emotional cleansing, rejuvenation. So this card here is a tricky energy, Leo. I will not even lie. But it's actually a really good thing. So this week, you may be feeling sensitive, emotional about things of your past that you really thought that you had put behind you and moved on from. But it's like all up on your mind and in your heart this week. But it's not because there's anything that you need to do. You don't need to like heal, release, none of that. This is just energies like that are residual in your aura, okay, in your energy field about your past. And it's like your soul is doing a spring cleaning and deciding these energies need to go. They're no longer a part of your experience, okay? So whatever you're feeling nostalgic about or sensitive, or I miss this particular person and I wish it would have worked with them, and like if it's just kind of like that energy showing up out of nowhere, just flow with it and roll with it. Cry, let it out, do whatever you gotta do, but you will notice that after that's taking place, it could happen over the course of a couple days, but you'll notice in the days that follow, it's like all of a sudden out of nowhere, you're just fine and you feel better than before. Think about it like if you eat something bad, like when your body's doing everything it can to purge it, it's misery, right? You're like, oh my God, I'm dying. Like, there's nothing worse than this. But then once, the poison's out of your body, you feel so much better. It doesn't hurt inside anymore. It doesn't hurt in your stomach. So this is kind of similar to that. There's just things that need to be released and let go of. But it's a natural process. It's not really a conscious thing that you're doing. So any emotions showing back up this week, see them for what they are. Don't feel the need like you've got to reach out to somebody or anything like that. You will watch it kind of dissipate and pass. So let's pull some more cards. This could also be because, somebody does kind of show up from the past and stirs you up. But again, you are more over it than you realize, than you're giving yourself credit for. And running into them or seeing them or whatever might really, okay, so we have heart-to-heart conversation that wanted to come out, and we also look at that. So release the X came out as heart-to-heart conversations, Leo. Yeah, so if an X shows up in your life this week and kind of gets you stirred up, I'm not sure that you really want to reconcile with them, okay? To me, with heart-to-heart conversations, this is more like the closure, the reckoning, speaking your truth, letting them speak their truth. It's like Leo is finally being purged and cleansed of, like, energy of the past, especially around an ex. And I've kind of been seeing this in your readings. Leo's readings have been a bit more challenging than the other signs over the last month. So you guys have definitely been working through some energy, but we have a chance for some closure. Also, I feel like this is showing up because there is somebody else that you're with, or there's somebody new that's showing up in your life, and this energy needs to go. And maybe this person talked to you and said, hey Leo, I feel like you're still hung up on somebody, or hey Leo, you're not super present when we're together. There's some sort of conversation, and it could be with the person you're with now or somebody new that you met. Or if you're not meeting anybody new, maybe it's really because you've been holding out hope for your ex, okay, to return. And everybody wants to like throw pies at me when I say maybe it's time to let go of the ex and, open yourself up to a new relationship. And, I get it. There was a time that I really wanted to work things out with my ex, but, sometimes it's just, it can't happen, and, maybe it's just like, not right now. Maybe someday you guys will reconcile, but right now is not the day, or this is definitely not the week, according to this reading, okay? So, you guys, maybe talking to the ex, heart-to-heart conversations, release the ex, purification water. You might be having conversations with them, or you might be talking to somebody else about them, like they might be giving you information about your ex, and I don't know. So let's pull some tarot, because ultimately, Leo, this is a really good energy. Even if you're like, no, I hate you, die, my ex is my one, and that's that, I think you might feel differently by the end of the week, just saying, because this is such a natural process, and we have released the X here, and maybe right now this tarot reading is the universe giving you a heart-to-heart conversation, being like, no, Leo, I got something way better for you, way better. And just remember, the X you're so hung up on was once a stranger, right? And that connection and that bond, even if it was fire from the start, it took a long time, Connections and bonds take a while to form. So you've just got to open yourself up to a new person, new opportunity, and give it a chance. All right, so we have the Empress in this position. We have the Judgment in this position. And then we have the Four of Swords, yeah. So this is all about karma and the second chance, but based on the way that it's paired with the Empress in this position, and then this Four of Swords is Leo. It's really like there's not enough in you, or there's not enough in the in your ex for this relationship to reconcile at this time. Like, it's just too much. Like, it's funny that I said fire, because like we have a fire burning, and it's almost as though, there's nothing you can do about that. I really feel like you guys can have closure this week. Even if somebody's really trying to get back with you, Leo, I really feel like you're better served to be like, no, we're not meant to be, at least not right now, because I don't see the proper energy for that. This is, being burnt out, being worn out. Like, I can't do this anymore. And some of you, this is your energy, because you're hanging on so tightly to this ex, where it has completely drained you from being able to open yourself up to anybody else emotionally and be vulnerable and connect with them the way that you should, okay, in a partnership. If somebody, Leo, just does not really appreciate you and kind of takes you for granted, and, does whatever they choose, it's really probably time for you to put an end to that and tell them no more. I can't do this anymore. There's not enough in me. Okay, and if you have met somebody new and you like them, and if you vibe with them, it's time to let the ex go and give this new person a real chance, okay? But again, I just feel this is so natural. By the end of the week, it's just, you're gonna know exactly, like, no, don't want the ex, don't want this, don't want that, I'm good. I was only feeling weak. So that's something else to my, like, don't get drunk and drunk text either when you're feeling these emotions, because I really don't think you're going to mean them the whole week through. I don't. You're just going to move beyond. You might still be very sexually attracted to the ex, or them to you. Maybe you had a really good sexual relationship and you're like, if I could tap that booty one more time, or if you are like, I wish they could tap this booty just one more time. Alright, with that card, and look at here, we have the Lovers, and in this particular deck, look at, he's depicted with 2 there. So yeah, it's like, I feel like Leo has somebody new, or there's a new relationship just on the horizon for Leo, and it's time to let the past go, because there is something wonderful coming in, or there is something new that has showed up for you, okay? And where you're at and where you're headed is better than where you've been, as hard as that is to believe. You've just got to jump in with both feet and give it your all. Okay, so let's pull some advice for Leo. Yeah, Leo, I really feel like this is a week of a closure for you guys. Here's your advice. Forgiveness. Nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. Wow. I really think we're speaking to the ex this week, but more so that we can have closure, so that, there's not these unanswered questions out there. We're not speculating anything. It's time to fully release and let go. I don't even feel like you have work to do on healing. Like I said, this is a very natural, organic process. But Leo, whatever the X means for you about your past, this week is the week for forgiveness and letting it go and giving yourself the permission and the freedom to believe in love or to fall in love with somebody new and let the past go. And I hope that your next weekly love and next weekly forecast is all butterflies and rainbows and magic new love, and we're in bliss and we're in harmony, okay? Again, especially with this card, I feel like we're finally getting to the end of this heavier energy that you guys have.